Life stories and lessons, back with another video. YouTube, where creativity flows. Yeah. Give me some dab. How to find your life purpose. Start from the beginning. So I guess I'll name this the title of the video, How to Find Your Life Purpose. Okay. Start from the beginning. At 5 years old, before you were programmed, which means before anyone told you what you should do, before you downloaded any information into your mind, before your mind, when your mind was fresh, when you could start to understand things, but your mind was fresh, like a car, before anybody modded the car, before anybody the world has changed a lot. What was a world before it changed? What was a world before I got here? What was a world before your grandma got here? When there were no buildings. Go back to find your life purpose. Start from the beginning. What did you love? What did you love to do before you were told what to do in life? And how you know what you love to do is that you should is that you don't feel forced to love what you love. Like no one is saying you should love skateboarding. That's what you should love. You should love social studies. You should love math. That's what you should love. You shouldn't love these phones. You shouldn't love these phones. You shouldn't care about sports cars. You shouldn't care about that stuff. So, like me, I've always loved sports cars. Like nobody had to tell me, Addison, you love fast cars. No one had to tell me that. No one had to tell me I like electronics. No one had to tell me to create these videos. No one had to tell me to do that. I don't feel forced. There's not a gap between me and these videos. We go together. No one had to tell me what to think with these videos. I already knew what to think because I love creating these videos. So, in order in order to find your life purpose, start from the beginning. Before the government told you that every person should go to college. And like I said in my last video, you go to college to what? To work for somebody. Write that one down. Yeah. You go to college to work for somebody. And why do I say that? That's all you can do with a college education. If you truly love what you do, you don't have to learn how to do it. You will know how to do it. My brother, I tell him all the time, you can speak Spanish. You don't have to go to college. You already know how to speak Spanish fluently. All he has done was been around people who could speak Spanish, and he's just learned it. He knows how to work on cars. I don't know how to work on cars. He doesn't need a YouTube video to learn how to work on cars. He doesn't need anyone telling him what to do. He can just look at it and do it. So he should be fixing cars and teaching people how to speak Spanish. Now, college is a stepping stone if that's what you want to do. Maybe you do want to learn how to work on cars. Maybe no one will show you in your family. Maybe you think they're underqualified. Maybe you want to go to college. You know, maybe that'll make you feel better. You know? So like my brother, he should be teaching people how to work on cars. Like me. He should be teaching me. You know. Um you go to college because people tell you in order to work for me, you need a college education. So that's why you go. Because the people who you want to work for, you don't need to work for anybody. You can work for yourself. Or you can make Bob or Joe rich. That you don't even know the CEO that you're working for, I'm sure. You know, Children's Hospital. Who are you working for? You're not working for yourself if somebody's handing you a paycheck. Now, if they're handing you cash, you know, then that's different. And if they're your clients, but they came into someone else's building that hired thousands of millions of people, and they came into your building and they told you you have a client today. They lied. They have a client. If they get sued, who's getting sued? Them, not you. If you're driving Best Buy's vehicle and they tell you you have a client, they're lying to you. Whose vehicle are you driving? If the vehicle gets wrecked, who's in trouble? Not you. Them. Them. They're in trouble. It's their vehicle. If you wreck your mom's vehicle, who gets in trouble? Your mom, right? That's your mom's vehicle. She's liable for that vehicle. That's what liability insurance is for, so you can be liable for it, right? It's in my mom's name, right? So if I wreck the car, who's getting in trouble? Who's making all the insurance calls? Her. They're not gonna call me. So whenever you work for someone else, if they tell you you have a client, they're lying to you. Unless that client is coming to your house, then that's your client. But if they're coming to Best Buy's house, right? They went to Best Buy's house and made that schedule. And then Best Buy told you, their employee, you got a client. No, it's their client. If you left, if everybody in that place left, and nobody wanted to work for Best Buy anymore, this will never happen. But if it just, it's a movie right now. Movies are fake. If it actually happened, who would be liable for the customer? The CEO. He the one who made the company and hired all you people. Without the CEO, you wouldn't even be there. You know, like I said, we don't even know the CEO. We don't know his favorite drink. We don't know nothing about him. But we're making him rich. You know, like whenever I see the Geek Squad, I'm just like, so you know how to put in car stereos, but you're working for Best Buy. I never got that. I never did. That's like me knowing how to build iPhones, but I'm going to go work for Motorola or Samsung instead of building my own iPhones. So, how to find your life purpose? Start from the beginning. So if you're good at something, you may have to, how to build up your clients. You may have to do it free a couple of times. But if you know it from T to T, from top to bottom, T to B, top to bottom, T to T, top to top. If you know if you know how to do something and get an A+ on it, don't do it for free. Don't do it for free. But if you are not sure of yourself, charge them a little less. Charge them a little less until you become good at it. Once you become good at it, you can charge whatever you like. If you're the best man in town that puts in car stereos, everybody wants to come to you. You're a premium for them. These other ones out there are just, they get the job done, right? But you get the job done A+. You get the job done right. You don't just get the job done. You get the job done right. So like for instance, me, I'm good at giving advice. So whenever I start building up you know, people on YouTube, enough views on YouTube, they will eventually turn into customers, and then I can start charging for what I'm talking about instead of just giving it away for free. But right now, I'm starting small. I have to give it away for free until people, until I get enough views, and then once you get it built up, you can decide who you want to serve. You don't have to get whatever client you can get. You can serve who you want to serve. If you don't like him and he's treating you wrong, I'm gone. I'm not. I don't. Hey, I don't need your money. You can keep it. You can pay somebody else. So now I may work at. I'm sure. I'm sure, but I'm gonna work at, like, whenever I do find a job, the police wouldn't let me in. I told you, my other videos, I was trying to become a police. I have a misdemeanor for marijuana, so I couldn't, do the police academy. It hurt me. If you see my other videos, it hurt me. It did. But now I'm just, thinking like I can do this. It's only a matter of time. If you if you plant the seed, it's only a matter of time until the results are going to what do bloom, until the results will bloom. Flowers bloom, seeds create flowers, right? Trees. So it's only a matter of time before this starts growing. Um, so do what you love. It may take some time for your clients for it to start taking off, but it's kind of like this. If I go to the military, I'll get money instantly, right? But taxes to be taken out, I'll have to work my way up on someone else's time. But I'll get instant cash and benefits. But if I go to another job, like Best Buy or something, live with my mom until this gets built up and upload every single day, multiple times a day, work hard at this. Treat it like a second job. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get the results that I was looking for. And right now I'm looking for, the results where I can help people. But in return, I need something. I can't just live with my mom forever and just help people for free. Best Buy doesn't install stereos for free. Apple doesn't just hand out free iPhones. They're not just going to give you a free laptop and say, go on your merry way. We don't need the money. Right? If you want them to keep making these iPhones, if you want Samsung to keep making their phones, you got to give them a trade. You want the phone? You can't make the phone. They can. You got the money. So they get the money and put it towards this and keep making more of them. So in order for me to keep growing, I'm going to need to eventually start making some income off of this, or there's not going to be a point in me helping out people unless I don't care about making a living, you know. So in order to make money, I'm sorry guys, so if you go to the military, they'll pay you based on somebody else. But if you start your own journey and you do what you love, if you do what you love, it will grow slow. It will grow slow. But once it starts growing, you'll get way more money than you would have gotten getting it a lot quicker. Such as going to college and getting a job. Boom, you got a Mercedes. Not an AMG big body, or not a SLR, or not a Porsche 911, but you got, you you got, a Porsche 911 without the turbos, and it's a '06, not the 2018, 2019, 2020 Porsche with the turbos, 911, 250 miles an hour, convertible, and you're in it like this, versus going to college and you're like, can't really afford this, but shouldn't have really bought it. Can't wait to retire. I got a 401k, but it ain't nothing in there. Man, don't even have time for the gym. I'm limping out of the 911. The 911 is doing me. I'm not doing it. It's doing me. So, that's what happens whenever you take off too quickly and you're impatient versus, seeing where you fit in. In school, you don't just be my friend. You're my friend. You're my friend. I want that iPhone. That one. That one. Are you sure? Yeah, that one. But, whenever we go to college, we're just like, degree, degree, degree. Woo! Got it. Can will you are? What do you need me to do, man? 50 grand, okay? 50 grand a year. And then at the end of the line, you're like, man, I wish I would have, before your deathbed, you're just like, I wish I would have done what I love and not doing what I do based on how much money I'm making. Would you rather be dead and did everything you wanted to do, or would you rather be dead and did half of the things, or did most of the things that people wanted you to do, not what you wanted to do, what I wanted you to do. You don't want me to tell you what you should do, right? So why do you get a job? I gotta make the bills, all right? Don't work at that job for the rest of your life. Save up some money. Like they say, how do you... I'm not getting paid right now. I'm not. I haven't made a quarter. I actually have another YouTube channel, but I made a new one. I made a new one because I had too much of my information on there, and I was afraid that people would, a job. Let me see what Addison, what Bob, what Joe, what Franklin is doing, right? And then next thing you know, we can't hire you because you have a YouTube channel and we don't like your content. So we're not going to hire you. And I'm just like, but it's my YouTube channel. Now I don't have to, do any of that, right? So I had to start all over. Had to start all over. So guys, do what you love. Even if other people don't agree with you. They will follow behind once you start making the money. They'll be right behind you. They'll be right there. Right there. They'll be in your kitchen making you food. Asking you what do you want to eat. Yeah. So do what you love, and life life lessons. Let's see what my name is. Where's my name? Where's my name? Where's my name? Okay. Life stories and lessons rock. Sounding off. Work YouTube, where creativity where creativity should flow. Wow, guys.